Dave McKenzie with you on this Wednesday afternoon, and it is my pleasure to welcome to our Z100 Radio Roadhouse, Maggie Baugh. How are you?
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing great. Pull your mic down there towards you a little bit. There you go.
Check.
There we go. Mic check one. Hey, welcome.
Thank
We're
you.
So glad you made the trip up from Nashville.
I did just for you.
And yes, I love when you say that. Beautiful day to make the drive.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I talked to some people and said, hey, Maggie Baugh's coming in studio. And they were like, hey, I follow her on TikTok.
Amazing.
TikTok is a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been...
Or like all the cool kids say, the TikTok.
The TikTok.
You know, I saw you on the TikTok. Yeah, you've kind of got a great following on your socials. And,
Thank you.
And you've been around a while, kid.
Just a hot minute.
My goodness.
Thank you.
Florida girl?
Yes, born and raised South Florida, but I reside in Nashville now.
They don't have. Do they have a beach in Nashville?
They do, right off of Percy Priest. It's about 2 feet, and I'm pretty sure it's just runoff stormwater from all the boats coming in. But I guess we can call it beach.
That's about as close as you're going to get, I guess, isn't it? Hey, I tell you what, you've got such a fascinating story. You kind of got started just playing violin or the fiddle when you come over to country music. Yep. But that's kind of how you started in music. And then how did you make that transition from that to playing country music and
Lord.
going to the beach in Nashville?
I guess long story for an 18-year-old story. I started playing violin when I was 6 years old. I was classically trained on violin. I was in and out of orchestras when I was very, very young. When I was 12 years old, I actually started getting bullied at school and used songwriting and lyrical poetry, if you will, to help me get my story out and to help cope with what I was going through. And my dad is from West Texas, so, you know, country music or classical music was always just in my household. So when I started writing country music, that's kind of how I switched to being a fiddle player. And I got to perform on stage with Charlie Daniels when I was like 13 years old. So ever since then, when I figured out who he was, that's the moment I decided I wanted to be a fiddle player for the rest of my life.
It's too bad he didn't have any good fiddle songs.
Oh my gosh, I know. If he only had one.
Just like, if it would just become a hit.
Just one.
What's that like, stepping on the stage with that dude?
I mean, to be honest, I still to this day just feel like all I did was black out. Like, I don't even remember it. I remember it, but I don't really remember it because I was so starstruck. I mean, I've looked up to him for ages, as long as I can possibly remember. He's one of the only legends of country music that is so dominant on fiddle. So it was just such a surreal moment being 13 years old and just looking up to someone like that and actually playing the iconic song with him. It's on YouTube if you wanted to check it out.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. And so that's kind of how you got the taste of country music then. You grew up with it, Dad being from Texas. And then you just started writing your music. I
did. I started coming to Nashville that same summer. I started recording my own songs, writing my own songs. I had an album come out that year full of original music. And then I just started coming to Nashville and touring all around South Florida. You know, it's festival season all year round. We don't get a winter break. So
no, that's true. Well, that's one of the benefits of Nashville.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. And I started touring all around the southern East Coast when I was younger, and then started coming to Nashville right then and there. And I moved when I was 18, right into the studio, started working on music, and I had my first my first album dropped when I was 13, but it's funny because I had an album come out in 2023 that I call my quote-unquote debut album.
Right.
Because you can't find any, like, I don't want 13-year-old Maggie just, like, resurfacing, you know what I mean? So I deleted it all off online. But that was really my 7th album that I've ever put out and recorded, but it's just my debut, so then people know, like, this is who I am now, like, this is the story of me now.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
And so, have you done, like, played session work because of the fiddle?
A little bit. You know, I'm primarily an artist, which is why it makes my story with Keith Urban this past year just so fascinating, because I have always been an artist. You know, every once in a while I'll like hop on a session, like very few and far in between, just to make a few extra bucks on the weekend when I'm not working, or like I've only played in someone else's band like once or twice in my entire life. But it's so funny because Keith Urban's band was actually looking for a female instrumentalist to play the CMT Awards, and my name came up. I guess somebody from someone's session saw me and liked me, and they told them to go check out my Instagram, and they saw the instruments I play, and they hired me to play the CMT Awards. And then after that, they were like, hey, what else do you play? And, they found out I play all the array of instruments, and they were like, why don't you come on tour with us? So I've been in Keith Urban's band for the past year, playing with him, side stage, all of these instruments, and it's just been so wild because I never in a million years would have thought of, I would have gotten hired to play for somebody else. And it's been so fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, and what an incredible teacher.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I literally feel like I went into rock star school this entire year. I mean, he brought me from playing these small clubs, like playing arenas and TV shows overnight, and just the way he handles his business all around. I mean, just as a musician, as the way he is with his band. I mean, just behind the scenes, the way he cares so much about everything, all of it, not just the music, has just been a blast.
My goodness, I didn't realize you'd been out with him.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
And you just wrapped up with him, actually.
I did, yeah. Vegas was my last for now. It's so funny. I mean, I always say it's my last show, and then I get a call. I'm not complaining at all, whatsoever. But it's so funny. I'll be like, this is my last show. I'll hug everyone, and then they'll call me a few weeks down the road, and they'll be like, you want to play this one? I'm like, this is my last show. No, it's been so much fun. I mean, I want to be an entertainer for the rest of my life. I turned 25 in a few days, and I want to be an artist just like him. So I decided I wanted to do what he did, which is playing every single bar, every single venue you can possibly think of. So this year on my tour, I'm going to be playing anywhere from 30 cap dive bars to 400 seat theaters to headlining festivals around the U.S. and the U.K. and literally everything in between.
That's
doing
awesome.
what he did, hopefully following in his footsteps to arenas one day.
And that's kind of what you're right in the middle of right now.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, we're on the third weekend of my tour, and we got the rest of the year ahead of us.
I tell you what, this is Maggie Baugh that's joining us. Why don't we have you just play some of the string there?
I will.
And whatever you want to play, and we'll just listen.
Well, the title track of my album and my tour is called Entertainer's Heart, because whenever anybody asks me who I am, I always say I'm an entertainer. And with that being said, I'm going into all of these venues at all these different capacities, because being a true entertainer doesn't matter how many butts are in the seats or what the venue is. And so I decided to write a song about it, and it's called Entertainer's Heart, and it goes like this. 10 or 2 empty rooms, smoky run-down dive. Lights are off, names spelled wrong on the marquee sign outside. And if you ask me why I do it, sharing stories to whoever's in the bar. I guess I got an entertainer's heart. Seven months of weekend runs, towns I've never been. Lucky if I come back with enough to cover it. And if you wanna know why I do it, selling records down in the backseat of my car. I guess I got an entertainer's heart. 'Cause yeah, there's a breeze to be on stage, but it don't care about money and fame. It'll pay the same till the last one leaves. To full or empty seats. A week ago, the folks back home watched me on TV. And now alright, it's a day that I thought they'd never see. And yeah, they asked me how I did it. I said I never stopped, I forgot where I got my start. I guess I got an entertainer's heart. 'Cause yeah, there's a breeze to be on stage, but it don't care about money and fame. It'll pay the same till the last one leaves. Front or back row seats. Now I told myself if I ever got to play the Grand Ole Opry, I would change this last verse. In December, I made my Grand Ole Opry debut as an artist for the first time. So I'll play you the Opry version.
Let's hear it.
A night to a sold out room, and the curtains up in 5. The lights are on and my name's spelled right on the Opry sign outside. And sometimes I can't believe I didn't, after years of blood and tears shed on this guitar. I guess I got an entertainer's heart. Yeah, I guess I got an entertainer's heart. And I always had an entertainer's heart.
Maggie Baugh, an entertainer's heart. Love that.
Thank you.
Opry House or Ryman?
The Opry.
It's a big deal.
Opry. Yes.
That's a big deal.
Thank you.
And we do live broadcasts. We have in the past, and we have a Z100 night at the Opry. It's an amazing thing. But what's it like when you walk up that back walk there in the artist entrance?
Oh my gosh.
For the first time.
It was so surreal. I mean, first time I ever saw Charlie Daniels play and met Charlie Daniels was backstage at the Grand Ole Opry. I went when I was really young. I took the backstage tour. So I just thought of myself 12 years later stepping in and walking through that same hallway myself. I mean, I got goosebumps. My entire family was there. I was bawling my eyes out all day. I don't even know how I got through the songs. But the first song I did play was actually this one, and I actually went on stage by myself, just me and a guitar for the first time on the Opry stage, and it was just so magical stepping in that circle.
It's an amazing feeling.
It was so surreal.
It's sacred.
It is.
I mean, and you hear people say that, or it's like it's a sacred. That circle is untouchable.
It is.
I mean, for some reason,
it's hard to explain. I mean, you just feel this sense of calming the second that you walk into it. I just feel like the souls and the spirits of everyone who's ever played there is just. They're there. Absolutely.
Hey, I brought up when we started about the TikTok, and you did the Finish This Lick series on there, which was amazing.
Thank you.
That's how you kind of learned about how you can play and things like that. What has the social media done for you?
I love social media. I'm young. I'm 25 almost. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm old enough to rent a car without the fees.
It's all
y'all.
downhill from there, kid.
Yeah, literally. But it's been really fun. I love social media because it's just such an amazing way to be able to connect with fans all over the world and to be able to have them keep up with me and what I've been doing and to support me. But I will say I'm such an entertainer. Like, I love being in front of people. And so I think one thing this year that I've been definitely trying to work on more is to get off my phone and to go play. And that's why I decided to book this tour. I mean, if TikTok decides to shut down again,
True.
We need to be able to sell tickets and be able to go and get that human connection again. So that's kind of one thing that I've been doing and making my mission this year is to make sure that I actually go and I'm one of the artists that are on the road that people can come and see.
Wow. That's amazing. And speaking of which, people are going to be able to see you this weekend right here in our neighborhood, an hour down the road in Paducah.
They can, 100%. I'll be there on Saturday at Paducah Beer Works.
Yeah.
And it's the day before my birthday, so you have to come.
And obviously. It's Saturday night. You celebrate on Saturday night,
Yeah,
right?
we're going to celebrate Saturday night, so I'm hungover driving on the way home.
There you go. That's how it is. You got another song?
I do, yeah. Look, I'm just sharing all the secrets here with you. I have an album dropping this year, and so the only way that you can come and hear all the music is by seeing me live. This song will probably come out sometime like late April, but it's called The Devil Win, and I'm not a super religious person, but I do believe in like the universe and good vibes and negative energy, and sometimes being on the road can be hard. It can be really lonely, but no matter what you believe in, you should never let the devil win and take over your mind in the way that you think. So I decided to write a song about it, obviously, as one songwriter would do. And this is called The Devil Win, and it goes like this. Hands together, eyes closed, head down. Same thing, same prayer. Turning souls gone lost in a foul. I just don't care, 'cause how the hell do you just sit in a pew, fold your hands and expect to be saved? And what am I missing, wasting my time wishing for something that may never change? I don't know what the hell I believe in, I don't know how to heal my soul, or how to fight this feeling that it's a damn good place to go. matter how close to get to the burning edge, tempting as it is, I won't let the devil win. Pour vice, top and bottom shelf, same drink, new day. That glass won't drink itself. Ooh, that's what I'll say. 'Cause one will turn into two more than too many, then too late to turn it around. And dancing with the devil's a long shot, it's a gamble, so don't put all your money down. I don't know what the hell I believe in. I don't know how to heal my soul, or how to fight this feeling, and it's a damn good place to go. No matter how close to get to the burning edge, tempting as it is, I won't let the devil win. No, I won't let the devil win. I don't know what the hell I believe in. I don't know how to heal my soul, or how to fight this feeling. Then when it's my time to go, no matter how close to get to the burning edge, tempting as it is, I won't let. No matter how close to get to the burning edge, tempting as it is, don't let the devil win.
Wow. I love that.
Thank you.
Maggie Baugh
Thanks.
joining us in studio on your Z100 Radio Roadhouse. And, yeah, you are, that's good stuff, kid.
Thank you.
Man, I love the writing.
Thank you. That means a lot.
What's the process when you're writing? Do you isolate? Are you
Oh my gosh.
drive it in your car?
It's so all over the place as a songwriter, as a musician. Sometimes I'll just start singing down the road and humming a little bit. I'm like, okay, guitar riff, there it is. Other times we'll just be talking to someone, or just we're sharing our experiences, and I'm like, that would make a good song title.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the times, which is 90% of the time, it comes from me and what I'm doing and how I'm feeling. You know, I feel like the best songs are the ones that people can relate to because they came from you and your heart. So it's a little bit of everything. It's kind of all over the place. There'll be songs on the album I write by myself, and then there'll be songs on the album that I've written with other people. So it's this album is definitely a showcase of all of it.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
When is the album coming out?
Sometime this summer. You know, I'll have a single leading up every single 6 weeks, so watch out. The next one drops 3/21. It's called Headstone. But I just had one drop a few weeks ago called Other Side of the World that I think we're playing here in a bit. And then after that, it'll be the double win and hopefully the title track and the record.
That is awesome.
Thank
and then
you.
Do you have any plans on going back with Keith? Or are you from here on trying to stay out with yourself? And
You know, if he calls me, I won't say no.
No, I get it.
But I want to be an artist, and I love connecting with fans, and I love being able to share my story just as much as being able to help share his. So I'm excited to just get on the road and see what happens.
When you're in Nashville and you're not on the road, whether it is, what are the places, the best places that you know that people may not know about to go hear music? And
That's a great
in
question.
Nashville?
I mean, if you
we know like Third and Lindsley,
Yeah.
and you know, what is it, the Bluebird?
Yeah, if you asked me like 8 years ago when I first got there, I'd feel like I could only give you like a handful of places. But one thing that's so fun about Nashville is like every single bar has a songwriter around, or every single bar has a band playing. So I really feel like you can't miss out on the original talent that's in that town.
Have you played Tootsie's?
I've not played Tootsie's. I got to do it, I guess.
You got to do that.
I guess I got to do it once.
Is it Bob's Bar? Is there one right next to it called Bob's?
Oh, I don't know, but I know that, oh my gosh, what's the, Roberts.
Roberts. That's it.
Is
Maybe
okay,
I
yeah.
just
That
shortened
one's
it
the
down,
one.
maybe.
Bob's. Roberts is a great bar to go to and like listen to like old bluegrass, sometimes rock and roll music.
It's amazing the talent that you hear.
Oh yeah.
Just around when you're just hoofing it around Broadway there.
Absolutely. And what's really fun is that, I mean, even in the bars in Midtown, all into Mumbrian Street, I mean, they all have live music. I mean, like I said, you can't miss out on it.
Great place to just take it in.
Yeah.
You
To
know?
be able to really encompass yourself in the country music world.
That's amazing. So you're actually going to be getting in the car, driving up toward Chicago.
Yep. I'm literally I was in the car this morning, drove here, stopped to hang out with you. I put my face of makeup on and brushed my hair just for you. And now we're going to drive 5.5 hours to go play West Dundee, which we'll wake up tomorrow and we'll play. And then we'll sleep overnight, wake up in the car, drive to go play Bloomington, Indiana, and then play the show, sleep. We'll drive the next day to play Paducah, Kentucky. And then we're probably going to drive home that night. So we're just all over the place.
Wow. That's just amazing.
Thank
And
you.
I know from watching the videos and seeing you, it's always fun to have you come in and just really looking forward to some great things for Maggie Baugh. Thank you.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And we do talk about this song we're going to play right now.
So Other Side of the World, I actually wrote while I was on tour last year. So I'm an independent artist, so I book all my own shows. Like, I don't have a team, so it's literally just me. And I was sitting there where was I? Oh, I was in Switzerland. I played a country music festival in Switzerland last year.
Nice.
And I was just sitting there right before sound check being like, hold on. This is like so not logical. This is not the way it works, but just get into my non-logical songwriter brain for a second, okay? Just get into it. So I was sitting there in Switzerland and I was like, wow, my friends in the U.S. and all my family are going to bed right now and I'm living there tomorrow. So of course people always say how they're like scared to go to bed because they never know if they're guaranteed tomorrow, or they're like, they don't know if tomorrow will come. And I was like, well, I'm literally sitting here in there tomorrow, living it, so they don't have to worry about it. Tomorrow's here, you know? Super weird. I know that's not how it really works.
No, that's
not
a nice link.
But I was like, here we go. Like, everyone in the U.S., my family's going to bed, so I can be like, hey, guys, like, I'm living here tomorrow, so it's going to be all right. And that's what Other Side of the World is like, no matter what, like, I'm on the other side of the world. There's another day after last night on the other side of the world.
That is awesome. We're going to play that. Thank you for coming by here.
Anytime. Literally anytime. Thank you for having me.
If you're ever just passing through, just stop in here and we'll go on the air. And
I would love that, sweatpants and all.
Yeah, absolutely. Maggie Baugh, Entertainer's Heart is the album that's coming out, and just a pleasure to have you here. And
thank you.